Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail heroic. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to keep your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. Important things are needed to be.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework planet. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest. With a special pride never written before or since. Tall words proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Jadzia Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird O' Prey 5, Qapla. And did you like how I started this exactly on time, 4 p.m., almost to the second Eastern, almost like I knew what I was doing. Welcome to the panel, John DeMarco and Resolute Germ.
Greetings.
Hey, Resolute. So unfortunately, I did lose the early chat. So the earliest I see is 2:29 p.m. Richie Poole saying 3 Vok, which makes me guess somebody who's already called first and second. So whoever those people were, Qapla. Richie Poole says, I like Times Orphan a lot. Definitely top 50% for me. So obviously, knowing what I was going to ask, like, how is that possible? Richie Poole continues. He says, when I was 8 years old, I got lost in the woods while on a family camping trip. It was the most traumatic experience of his life. Well, I guess you have something in common, maybe? Let me ask you on this camping trip, was there a time portal in a random cave, Richie? No, I'm guessing not. Richie says, now decades later, I remember it like it happened yesterday. What happens to little Molly in this episode hit me pretty hard. And now as a parent myself, I have a greater understanding of what my mom and dad were going through trying to find me that day. So I lived this episode from the perspective of Molly, Miles, and Keiko all at the same time. That last scene reuniting little Molly with her parents brings tears to my eyes every time. Thanks for spoiling the ending, Richie. I hadn't seen this episode in 25 years. I had forgotten how it ended. No, I'm kidding, obviously. John DeMarco says greetings to everyone. And he says, similar to what Richie was saying earlier, this episode hit me much harder after I became a parent than it did in the original watch. John, I didn't know you were a parent. You didn't seem to have the swagger of a parent. You
Oh,
seem
well, maybe I'll have to work on that.
you seem much too cool to be a parent.
Oh, thank you, I think.
Yeah, don't worry. That was a compliment. John Araki says, I feel nothing. Perhaps I am a Russian bot. You feel something when you see kissing Dax. I guarantee you the Russian bots do not. And Richie says, John Araki, I think you might be an android. Richie says, oop, I forgot to see. Sorry. Oh, an Araki. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio, Berto Prey and chat and bots. Greetings, Mike Richards. We are still here for you, Mike Richards. We are here for you. And for you, Resolute. Kitty Bear, Crazy Dutch Bastard, Qapla. Kitty Bear, thank you so much. Kitty Bear sent me a zombie game on Steam. I installed it. I did not get a chance to play it yet, Kitty Bear, but once I do, well, A, you'll probably see me playing it, but B, I will let you know what I think. Yes, I did get your gift. Thank you so much. A reasonable 10 gigabytes. I can spare 10 gigs. I wouldn't want to go much above that, but I appreciate it, and I will take a look shortly. John Araki with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Araki. Let's see, do I have? Yeah, super chats. Well, it's this, so we'll play Dax manually. Oh yes, another announcement, says Mamo Pray. I got my wheelchair. The wheelchair came this morning a little early, but officially, well, early, it was earlier in the day than we expected. Right, it was supposed to be between 9:30 and 10 or something, and instead 7:40 a.m. But whatever, we dealt. Happy to have it early, and yeah, it's cool. It is very cool.
I'm glad you got it.
Glad you're liking it.
I only went back and forth in the house a few times this morning, but it looks good, and I can't wait for a nice day when I'm feeling up to it to get it outside. We'll see. It's taking a little learning curve, since its setup is different enough. It's like 25% different from my old chair. So, like, this is hopefully not the Kurtzman version of my old chair, but if I needed a chair that was 25% different for legal reasons, this one would certainly qualify. Rabbit Slug Ouchie says, hey, Berto Prey, Qapla, Qapla. Let's see. Bradley Briggs is in the house. Qapla, Bradley. Josh Reed says, low Berto Prey, you owe us 999 trillion Karogan rounds, or 9 cents for lying about you losing the early chat. No, I'm not lying. I swear to myself that the chat's gone. I have no idea what was said or who said what. And Josh Reed says, remember to throw at Berto Prey in the chat to make Berto Prey 5 see you're at Berto Prey 5, and he will read that at Berto Prey 5. Rabbit Slug Ouchie says, hey, Berto Prey, Qapla, Qapla. Mike Richards says, thanks, good to be here. It's good having you. Rabbit Slug says, glad to see. Yes. It's thankful for everyone. So kind of funny situation. The guy who came to get me set up in the wheelchair, it was just me and him, and I smelt bad smell. And I knew it wasn't coming from me. And Sassy was, well, I wouldn't say she was nearby, but she wasn't far away either. So I asked Mama Pray. Now, Sassy is separated from upstairs when there's company by a fence, and she has her own wee pad at the bottom of the staircase that's out of view from where we are. So I said, "Ooh, Mama Pray, I think Sassy might have pooped." And she looked at me and she says, "I don't think so. She was just downstairs." But she said, "It's possible." I was like, "Well, I smell something and it's not me." And, so it turns out it wasn't Mama Pray either. And it also turns out it wasn't Sassy, because Mama Pray went down afterwards and looked, and there was nothing. So either Sassy passed gas or the guy passed gas and didn't own up when I was asking if it was the dog. I guess I didn't expect him to at that point, but it didn't even occur to me at the time that what I was smelling might have come out of a human being. It was just so foul. What is a gigabyte? A gigabyte is what you mean, and you know what it is. Dave G Sound says it's 72 degrees outside right now, and it's supposed to snow tomorrow. Yeah, we're at 64, but going down to 29 tonight. Yeah, it feels like 70. If I was outside, if I was in the chair right now, I'd go outside, but I'm not. John Araki, Rabbit Slugs could say to Mama Pray. John Araki says, hard to do a manual Dax with only one hand on the keyboard. Oh, it is. It is, but it can be done. Bradley Briggs is laughing at John, who puts in another $1 super chat. Thank you, John. Kitty Bear says, Woot Bird of Prey has a wheelchair now. He can go rock and rolling. John Araki says, another $1 for some chair gas money. Thank you. Chair gas. John Street says, time for Mama Pray to throw Birdo Prey out of the house so she can have a nice day off. Good to see you on. Thank you, Rabbit Slug. Smelt is a tasty fish. Hector is not a Karogan brainwashed peep. Resolute says, better than a poo-poo pad. Josh reads his Bird of Prey. It's nice 34 degrees Fahrenheit right now in Nixon's Head, Texas. And John Araki says, look for Bird of Prey with his chair in the Freedom Convoy. And welcome, Daniel. Wow, Daniel, a lot of noise coming from your microphone.
Oh, whoops.
It's okay. When you want to say something, just unmute. Welcome to the panel, Daniel. We're about to get started on today, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Season 6, Episode 24, Times Orphan. The whole O'Brien family is involved in this one. And I was doing some calculations based on episodes left. And if I'm not mistaken, and the math might be, a week off or something. But it would appear we will finish Deep Space Nine with a double episode, because the final episode was a double episode. It was a 2-hour episode that night. So I will present it as it was presented originally. What we leave behind will be on August 31st. will complete season 7
Yeah, that was a really good episode
of Deep Space Nine. It was. Then I'm guessing the following week we'll watch the documentary What We Left Behind that recently came out. And I know that breaks my own rules, but I think we just have to because it adds to the story. LDG is in the house waving. Rabbit Slug says Amazon sucks. John says the tropics are cold. WTF. Project Story Time says Molly is adorable. And LDG says, yes, this is a Molly episode. Okay. So, oh, no, that's not good. What did I do? I double clicked when I should have single clicked. Son of a bitch. Okay. With that, I'm going to head to the screening room. Oh, excuse me. With that, I'm going to turn on the screening room, which is something I should have done before I started the stream. Now, so much for looking like a professional. God.
Still doing better than Matthew's stream last night. So it's all right.
Was there a problem?
There's always technical problems with his streams. Like it wouldn't be one of his live streams without it.
Okay. Wow, that was easy enough to fix. I'm going to count down and then I'm going to hit play. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play. And of course, the screening room is at birdofprey5.com/SR. It's where you can watch today's episode. And it opens with Miles and Keiko in bed. And Molly comes in and says, wake up, it's time to go. It's almost 7, time to get ready. And it's time to get ready for what? The picnic, says Molly. What picnic, says O'Brien. He's like, was that today? She's like, yes. Don't you remember? And Molly's going to wear her blue jumper. Good idea, says Keiko. How did she make clothing? Oh, Brian's like, I can't believe how much she's grown. And Keiko says, look who's talking. As she talks on his belly. He's like, well, what have you been eating? He's like, the usual. She's like, forget the usual. I'm back. You're going to start eating right. And Molly asks for help putting on a bracelet. And really, sunscreen? O'Brien's like, where's the sunscreen? Last time we went to Golana, you were on. Oh, Chester! Holy shit! Chester's still alive. Oh, Keiko's going to kill Chester. Keiko hates Chester. She's going to kill Chester. We're never going to see Chester again.
I was going to say, we don't see him after this, so I think I know what happened with Keiko.
Yeah. Oh, Molly's going to be, when she grows up, she's going to be an exobiologist. Someone who studies aliens from other planets, like Chester, says Keiko. Rabbit Slug says, Vertebrae, you sound good today. Thank you, Rabbit Slug. He says that he's never going to send them away again. How can he make that promise? You're still in Starfleet. Do you want to see me do cartwheels? The answer to that is no. If a kid ever asks, do you want to see me do cartwheels? Just say no. If you say yes, they're going to fall in a cave and gets transported to the past. Oh, he's paying more attention to his son because of patriarchy. They both are. Look at that. They don't give a shit about Molly. She's wandering into a cave. Yeah, what if the war heats up?
Doesn't he send him away like the next episode or 2 episodes? I don't remember them showing up again.
I think the only time they show up after this is like briefly in the finale. But that's it.
Oh no, Molly. If only Lassie was here. What's that, Lassie? Molly fell down a well. Oh, a time portal. Yes, let's not look in the hole in the rock. God damn it, O'Brien. How'd you let her fall?
It looks like she's
And how did you not jump in after her?
Or anything else.
It does look like the Stardate. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I forgot to play Dax. We're gonna play Dax. I'm still gonna sing though. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. 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 Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. And Cinnabon Bunny says Molly looks way too Asian to be O'Brien's kid. I wonder if she is part Caucasian or if she is Asian completely, the actress. And Cinnabon says O'Brien knows the truth. He wanted her to die. Wow. Everybody's really dark. And so now we got Dax and the DS9 crew trying to figure out what it is. It's some sort of time portal. I think it's set Molly 300 years into the past. And it wasn't inhabited. What was it 300 years ago? You have to first find a way to reactivate the portal. It was destabilized when Molly fell through. Yeah, it's your everyday time portal. You know. The ones that are left all over the galaxy. Random Menace with a €2 super chat and says you can't have Caucasian without Asian. That is true.
Does the time portal lead to the past or the future? I could never tell.
Oh, this one goes to the past. Oh my God, Miles yelled, "Oh, Bollocks." And Yoshi's crying. It's too cold for Yoshi. Oh. Aunt Nerys will take you.
You think it's pre-Kirk? She landed pre-Kirk?
Well, I mean, technically.
I said 300 years.
Yeah. She probably landed about now. Right about now, she should be popping out. If only we could get to that planet. Then we could prevent her from coming back to Deep Space Nine. Rabbit Slug says Hoshi was hot. Hoshi is not in this episode. She was on Enterprise. Why would it be a few minutes?
Well, they can work for months, and he pinpointed that right spot. She has gone 10 seconds.
I mean, if you can adjust the time, then yeah, that's no problem. If the time is running at the same rate on both sides, then it's okay. A day has gone by. Fine. But I just don't understand why it would only be a few minutes. You tried to kill the cat, and now Karmer's taking away the baby, your daughter.
Don't make promises you can't keep, O'Brien.
DNA Acquisition Center. So that's why Bashir has an excuse to be here. Run through the field, Keiko. Now, if she was alone on the planet, why would she make clothes?
Maybe I'm
it
sure
was
they
cold.
have seasons.
Yeah.
I love how Julian just happens to have a hypo spray to knock somebody out with him at all times. Rabbit Slug says, who made this time portal in the first place? An advanced civilization that disappeared 2,000 years ago. Yeah, that's the point, Bashir. The whole point is to have nobody to grow up to be this motley. Yes, it does. You're her parents. You have the right to take it away. She'd be much happier. Mm-hmm. Rabbit Slug says Julian died badly in Game of Thrones. He did. Badly for him. dwarf. Do you know Michael Dorn is a pilot? I don't know who I'm asking, but so Michael Dorn is an actual pilot. He flew a plane with Terry Farrell, and they had to hire a co-pilot. So he flew from New York to LA himself for a thing with him and Terry Farrell, and they had to hire a co-pilot to fly with them because she isn't a pilot. And she, yeah, it was a cool story.
I didn't know that one. Interesting.
Yep. Multi-talented.
Cinnabon, you might run into him one day. Michael Dorn up in the friendly skies. Holding him wrong. Cinnabon says Dorn owns some old fighter jets. Oh, very cool. Rabbit Slug also didn't know. Apparently, nobody knew Dorn was a pilot except Cinnabon and me. Now I let the cat out of the bag. Mike Richards, as long as it's not Kurogan Airlines. Yeah, climb that very short tree, Molly. That's going to protect you. She's been gone all this time and you're giving her melon? How about pizza? How about a steak? Cheeseburger. She could probably eat melon in the freaking planet. This bugs me.
Well, I imagine after all that time on her own, she wasn't used to rich food, so if she gave it too soon, it could make her sick.
Yeah. It's worth the risk. Cinnabon says it's poison. Mean mommy. Mean lady. You tried to kill Chester. I saw you. Oh my God, what an ugly doll. I found the ugliest doll in the galaxy and I bought it for you. too bad there's no counselors assigned to this station. Give him the ball. I mean, you're treating her like a dog, but that's something. Play ball, says Rabbit Slug. I should have borrowed Worf's pain stick. That's it. Yoshi will not go to sleep. No. He's a Klingon warrior and a Starfleet officer. He's piloted starships through the Dominion minefield. He stood in battle against something twice his size. He courted and won the heart of the magnificent Jadzia Dax. If he can do these things, he can make this child go to sleep.
But from all that standpoint, a Klingon warrior would let the kid cry himself to sleep.
Or so it's not important to him. It's important to Jadzia. She's judging him on his fitness to be a parent. Wow. Zap him. Cinnabon still thinks a zap of the pain stick will shut him up. Uh-oh, look who's awake. Yeah, she's still a woman.
as he'll be ready for the pain sticks in no time.
There's the cat. Qapla Gap Stargate. How convenient. The cat's name is not Garfield. It's Chester. Hello, Captain Trick. How about 24/7? And then you just slowly merge this hologram with Vic's hologram. Like Las Vegas just starts slowly being built around her. Really? My time's up, Clark. Oh, Clark, who fixes your holosuite? Who fixes your, your bar whenever you need things? Gap Stargate did the first stream today for 30 minutes. Congrats. Congrats, Gap Stargate. Rabbit Slug says, what's the episode? Today is Times Orphan, Season 6, Episode 24. Next episode, That's a much different question now, isn't it?
I think the next episode is the sound of her voice.
Yes, that's what it is. The sound of her voice. And then the season finale. Use your power as the prophets. Just zap her with a phaser on stun. Cinnabon's right. There's no reason the transport can't have a holosuite. There's no reason she can't be in a holosuite the rest of her life, if need be. Not that it solves the problem, but it's possible. Sleep off that concussion. But look how all those knives are up there. Not very friendly. And the batlets.
Typical Klingon home, I'm sure.
All these bladed weapons that fall off the wall at any second. I love how he uses the past tense with Alexander. Like it's already over. He knows that.
Isn't his son dead at this time?
Son's not dead. Alexander didn't die. Qapla Basco scenario. How about, and just hear me out. One of you go back with her. This way she doesn't have to grow up alone. She doesn't have to be alone for the rest of her life. If you really love your children, your child, one of you would go back with her. Damn, O'Brien, even I saw that coming. You're not very convincing. I like how Molly walks in her sleep. I mean, you kind of did it once before in the first season with Tosk. You're giving her a knife. Hello, 47 Yorktown. Molly home. Not enough to come with you, apparently, but loves you. They're going to miss you a lot. Oh no, 2 Mollies at the same time.
I think I got a little soot in my eyes.
I mean, it's emotional. Mike Richards, don't cross the Mollies. Gun, gun, gun.
That's he'll grow up to be a fine warrior, I'm sure.
What was that?
I'm sure he'll grow up to be a very honorable warrior and all that.
About 10 years. I don't think she did.
I think it was pretty obvious when she gave her the doll.
I don't know. That girl didn't seem to be demonstrating all that much reasoning skills. But who knows? In the end, it worked out better for Molly than it did Chester.
Poor Chester.
Okay, well, I'll be honest. It's not an awful episode, but I would still put this in my bottom 50% at DS9.
It is better than I remembered.
Yeah. But I don't think I'd want to watch it again for a while. Just, I don't know. Too much Molly, too much kids, too much like unexplained, like, okay, Odo fought on, but then how is Odo going to explain away the fact that he just let O'Brien go? I mean, he can't say O'Brien punched him and knocked him out. He can't say O'Brien, you know, what would be Odo's excuse for how he let them leave?
I think Odo just doesn't care. Because he did something in another episode, is when Quark was breaking out his old girlfriend.
Okay, he doesn't care, but like somebody's got it. I guess he's not being audited by anything or anyone, but it just doesn't seem Odo-like.
I'm sure he just won't mention it. If he had brought it up to Cisco, Cisco would just say, "Oh, that never happened."
What about you, Daniel? What
Cisco's will.
This episode, it was okay. It wasn't anything special.
Okay, guys. Well,
next as a kid, I just didn't really care for it, you know.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I think I'm with you. Next week, though, The Sound of Her Voice. I do remember that episode being an emotional. Well, I remember maybe some soot in my eye at the end of that episode, more so than this one. But having never been a parent, maybe that's what I'm missing from this episode. It might be a prerequisite to truly understanding what I was watching here. Okay, before we go, Daniel, anything you'd like to say?
No. I'm good.
Okay. Resolute?
Thanks for having me. Cartoon Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Okay. John, anything you'd like to bring up?
Thanks for the panel. Always love DS9. And Jeopardy tomorrow night. This is what we're doing on Thursdays now.
Right. Jeopardy on Thursday. Sounds good. Cinnabon says this was a terrible episode. Okay. Whoever I cut off, please continue.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's just that these panels are so much fun. Thanks, Bert, for having me on again.
Oh, you're welcome.
Good. What's the next episode?
Next episode is The Sound of Her Voice.
Oh, well, what's that about? I haven't.
That's the one where they get a distress call and from a woman who's barely surviving. And when they get there, they find out that she's long dead because the distress call came through a time chronoton field or something, and it was really originated 100 years in the past or something, 30 years, whatever. She'd been long dead by the time they reach her. The whole episode, somebody has to talk to her. Cisco orders people to talk to her because she's been alone. And she was afraid of being alone.
Yeah. What season is this, by the way?
We're in season 6. This is
all right.
Season 6, episode 24. We have 2 more episodes in season 6 next week and the week after, and then that's it. And it's season 7. Okay, guys. Qapla all. Bird and panel out. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdoprey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop, affiliate links, and all your Birdo Prey 5 needs. At the main Bird of Prey 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Bird of Prey 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Bird of Prey 5 saying goodbye, world! Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Kuroga.